Hey guys, I just did a video again and I want to follow it up with this. I'm not going to say first impressions, but it's an impressions. It's my take and my opinion on these e.l.f. products. And I told you guys in my last chat or my last couple of videos that I would be doing this more often because I want to give you guys a guide, and for those of you who are trying to get a much less expensive makeup but of the same quality or real close to it. So I've got quite a few things here for right now, but oh wow, this is gonna take a few videos. I'm gonna just do a few things now, and I forgot something really important, and I think I already talked about it to you guys, but I actually used it today. So, and that's this. So I want to start with this. This is not e.l.f., but I went to my local Bealls outlet store, and they have a little makeup section, and you'd be surprised at things that you can pick up in there. And I think I showed this to you guys, but I've actually now used it. And aside from there not being a darker matte brown in here, like the darkest that it went was this one, and that's not a dark brown. This palette needs a dark brown. It's got a real dark brown shimmer, but it just needed a darker brown matte color. And like, I'm gonna swatch this, and I'm not sure, maybe it was just me. Let me just get up and look at this in the light. Maybe there was one and I thought it was a shimmer. I think there was this. I don't think this is a shimmer, so maybe there is. Okay, let me swatch this. Yep, my bad. So alright, so this palette's okay. This palette's okay. It is supposed to be an exact dupe or replica of your Urban Decay palettes, and I know how many people want that palette. I did myself, and I did find it. You notice it says revealed. That would be the same thing as naked or nude, but of course they couldn't call it naked. They'd get sued. So this one's called Revealed. It's by Coastal Scents, and it's a great buy for $12. So I wanted to, because I've actually used it now. I used it in the video I'll be posting probably tomorrow along with this one. And now I want to get into talking about the other drugstore, department store products. I'm going to start with e.l.f. because I'm way more impressed with them. From their brushes, which I used in the video, so you got to see them in the video. I don't want to get up again. But they're a collection of black and white brushes. The white ones are usually $1. The black ones are usually $3, so I guess those are much better quality or made of a certain kind of hair. This primer here is unbelievable, and I got mine in green because this green is really meant to combat, you know, any redness on your face. And just in case it happens to me, or I get the occasional pimple or irritation, I just got one on the side of my face. This is supposed to counteract redness, this primer, but you can use it even if you have no redness, which I obviously just did. Along with that, they have their HD foundation out. This, by the way, was $6, and this foundation, their HD foundation, I was trying to look for my shade. My eyes are really bad, but if I'm not mistaken, mine is a medium beige or a sand beige, and that's this here. And I am going to vouch for the quality of this. It's got a really nice velvety matte finish. And even for a person like myself who has dry skin, the finish is flawless. It is flawless. We're talking about e.l.f. Now, usually if you go somewhere and buy an HD foundation, you're going to kick out about $20. Easy. So, that's a couple of things from e.l.f. there. I'm also going to get into their little smudge pots. I've got 2 of them as of right now. One is, and it says smudge pot. But like I said, my eyes are really, really brown. This is like a really corally beigey or brownish, coppery type of color. They're pretty sheer. They're not very pigmented. And I think they're just meant to enhance whatever colors you want to go along with this. And along with that, I've got their flesh colored one. And this would be the same thing as using one from MAC. Or NYX. I have one from NYX, and they're pretty much the same. The NYX one is a little more on the dry side, but they work the same way, and I paid $2 for each of these. I also have a I don't know if it's a high gloss or just I'm trying to read what it says here. But they're little glosses they have. And these are new. I'm just a lip balm. And this one is in red, obviously. And I used it. And it stays. I've had it on for a little while. And it keeps your lips. It's kind of thick. So it keeps your lips pretty moist. And of course, it enhances your lipstick. So I paid $1 for this. And then I wanted to actually, let's see, that's e.l.f. This is just another one of their smudge pots. And this one is in like a burgundy. This one's got some shimmer in it though. So it's actually more like an eyeshadow. Yeah, it is. Long lasting eyeshadow. That's what this is. So it's a cream eyeshadow. Again, that was $1. And why I wanted to do this is because I know that there's got to be other women like myself who cannot go and buy $20 and $30 products. And like I've already mentioned in a previous chat, my mind is blown that I'm paying what I'm telling you I have paid for these products, and they are such good quality. So I don't get what the catch is. I'm always looking for one. But apparently there just isn't one. This is just a makeup line that believes in people like myself and probably many of you that we don't want to go and spend ridiculous amounts of money for makeup, and we want good makeup. And I think e.l.f. has got it right on the mark, bullseye. And this is a shimmer or a well, it's not a shimmer, it's a highlight. And then you'll see in the video how I use it, and I've used it, you know, quite a few times already. And this one is in a, let's see, it says Shimmering Radiant Highlight. And again, I'm sorry, my eyes are so bad, but this is like in a skin color, a good dupe for the Revlon one that I know of, that I have. Which is Fair Clear. So this is like exactly like that. I paid, I think, $2 for this tube, and I've got them in a few colors. So I also have this nice Healthy Glow bronzer, and I use this in the video. And this again was $2. I mean, it freaks me out that I'm telling you guys it's $2, $3, and this stuff, look at my face. You couldn't tell if I used Urban Decay MAC or, you know, any of those really high, high-end products or makeup lines. You cannot tell that I used anything different. I can sit here and tell you all of this is MAC, and you guys would believe me, because there's really not much difference. And what I am going to give them a thumbs down for is this primer, and I'm going to tell you why. And I complained about it in the video I did with this look. It's got glitter in it. I do not want I don't even know why there's glitter in it, and it's a little bit pasty. So they kind of flunked out on their eye primer, but they do have one for those of you who may want glitter all over your eyes. I don't know. So this is a thumbs down. I paid like, I think, $2 for this. Other than that, I think that's, no, I get these little baked eyeshadows. I pay $1 for them. And they are immaculate in quality, and I love using it. I did not use this in this video, but I wanted to talk about this. So if you guys are in the market or in, you know, for any of these types of products, go to Walmart or Target and get e.l.f. makeup. So these I can put away because I have already spoken on them. And then I want to get into a couple of other things. Hard Candy is one. And I think I have talked about this blush before. And I've used it now several times. And I am beyond, I mean, beyond amazed that I only paid $6 for this very high quality and gorgeous blush. And I think I've already said that I think because I've used it before, and I'm pretty sure it's either NARS or Urban Decay, could be MAC, but it's a blush and it's called Orgasm, and this reminds me so much of that blush, and the packaging is just to kill for. So that's Hard Candy. Hard Candy also has something called Glamouflage. You guys have already seen that I use this a heck of a lot. That's the highlight I have on now, and it is so rich in its consistency and what it delivers, and I paid $6 for this, and it's probably gonna last me many years because you use so tiny bit of this, and you would have to buy it because it's very hard to describe, but this is a really full coverage concealer and highlight, and it leaves your face with a very beautiful glow, and that's one of the biggest things I love about it, and it covers anything and everything. So this is a big bargain, and again, at your local Walmart. Well, that's where I found mine. Could also be Target. So that's Hard Candy. Now, Ulta Makeup, I've talked to you guys about that a little bit, but they have their own line, as I've already mentioned to you, and you can also get, this is their baked eyeshadow. I use this as both eyeshadow and blush. It works for both. The highlight, one side is the highlight, one side is the actual color. And this is baked. It says Covet on it, so I guess that's the name of the colors. And I paid $4 for this. So Ulta has their own makeup line, and it's very reasonably priced. I didn't know that until recently, and I'm telling you guys now. And now getting into NYX a little bit, and right now I'm just going to talk about a product that I'm very impressed with, and that's their full coverage concealer. I also use this the same exact way that I use eyeshadow bases, so I use this for both, and I paid $6 for this as well, and it's very high quality and coverage, and what it delivers as a base for eyeshadows. So that's that. And then I'm going to get into Wet n Wild for a second, and LA Colors, which you can go to your local dollar stores and get these pigments, which I've used in several of my videos. I used this one, and yesterday I used a purple one that I have, $1. And this is great quality pigment, loose pigment. They're kind of like glittery and shimmery, and so usually you'll see I use them on my lid. And Wet n Wild's eye primer. I've said before when I started this YouTube channel that I don't need eye primers. I don't need them, but I have found that, especially when I found this one, and this was $5, and this is from the Fergie line. She has her own makeup with Wet n Wild, and this is the eye primer from that line. and I've got to tell you, it's of great quality, and it made me a believer in priming my eyes, because it does such a nice thing for how your eyeshadows, the finish that you get. And also, I just had a brain fart. The blendability of your eyeshadows with this eye primer. I can't speak about too many eye primers because I only have, I think, 2 or 3 at this moment. But I'll tell you what, of those 3, this one definitely. So, like I said, I only paid like $5 for that. And then, last but not least, these mega lashes that I have on. By the way, I want to mention that a makeup look, for those of you who are not even into lashes at this point, unless you have a set of huge lashes, they make such a humongous difference on any makeup look, even if you're wearing daytime. And that's why I've gotten into them. I have small lashes. I wouldn't say they're sparse, but they're short. And so I have gotten into using it. However, this particular brand, I don't think I'll be buying again, because I don't know what texture these lashes are made of and the band what it's made of, but they were so difficult to handle, and I don't usually have such a hard time putting these on. I've been doing it for a while now, and this was a nightmare to put these on. I mean, they do not behave at all. At all. And I had to fight with them. And I don't usually have to do that. So I give these a huge thumbs down. But since I bought a few of them, I'm going to fight with them and I'm going to put them on. If I do master how to handle the texture of these, they're called J-Lash. And you can buy these at a Rainbow department store for $1.99, $2. I thought they looked pretty, and I thought they'd be a good dupe for the Demi Wispies, but I'd rather go and buy my Demi Wispies. I had such a hard time with these, and they have different, of course, most eyelash lines do different styles of lashes. So this is a real curly, long set that gave me a good pop for the eye. I don't usually wear them like this. I like the natural look, which is what I get out of the Demi Wispies. They have that natural look. But if I were going to go out wearing this makeup, I'd be happy I'm wearing these lashes, because it gives my eye a great pop. So that's the lashes. But like I said, and you can get dupes for Demi Wispies. You can go to Sally's Beauty Supply. You can go to the dollar store, and LA Colors has a perfect dupe for Demi Wispy lashes. Sorry, I was out of frame. And so that is it for now. There are still lots of things I have purchased recently that I know I haven't talked too much about, but I want to give you guys my experience with these products so that you guys know whether it's worth it or not to purchase them. So I'll be your guinea pig, I guess. And that is it for now. Well, you know what? I don't want to end this yet, because I wanted to mention something I noticed today. And like I tell you guys, I don't like to mention names, because if anybody's going to say anything negative about me on the internet, I would prefer that they don't mention my name. If they've got something to say about something I did or they saw and they want to talk about it, I would be very happy if they did not mention my name. But I want to say that I saw something that I suspected, goes on. You know how when you open up your YouTube page, you'll get a bunch of things on the side based upon what your page is about. You get a bunch of suggested videos on the side. So I always see those. And there's one particular makeup, she's not an artist, very far from it. What I found out today is that what she's really famous for, she is an expert copycat. And that kind of bothered me, because I know who she's copycatting from, and that person should be getting the credit. And she kind of, by accident, gave herself away by mentioning something that, you know, right away. And I watch the suggested videos all the time. And I noticed that this one particular YouTuber, she's also does what I'm doing, only she's an expert stencil, or she's very good at copying what other people do. She's taking a huge amount of credit for someone else's originality, and it just really, really bothered me. I guess my message is, be careful who you are so inspired by. If I do a video and I know I took the look that I'm doing and using this alternative makeup to do it with, but I know it wasn't my original take, I'll tell you guys, I got this from a magazine. I got this from a movie. This is my take on it. I saw this and I had to redo it. I'll tell you guys that. I will not tell you, including that red eyeshadow look that I did. I told you, this is not my original idea. I saw somebody do this with very, very expensive makeup, by the way, and I just am giving you my take on it. I had a different spin on it, but it was not my original idea. And so I'll tell you guys that if it's my original thing, that I don't mention anything, because there's no need to. I'm doing my makeup and I'm coming up with my own eye makeup looks for my eyes and showing you what I come up with. And I'll mostly do that, but there are times when I'll be really inspired by something and I'll tell you guys, I did not dream this up, and this is something that I am redoing with the makeup that I am proposing to you guys as alternatives for high-end makeup. I will not tell you that I came up with an eyeshadow look that I know I did not. It's not my original work. It didn't come from my mind. I didn't think to do that specific look. And so I too get inspired by things, but I will tell you guys, this is my take on something I saw in a magazine, Vogue or what have you, or I saw this on Instagram and I'm redoing this for you guys. I will never take credit for something I didn't come up with. And there are obviously people who have no problem doing that. It bothers me. And so I just thought you guys should, you know, if you're like really, really loving and inspired by a certain YouTuber, be careful, because they may not be their own creators. And I learned that today. It bothered me so much that I just wanted to get it out. And I will not be watching her channel again, but I will watch the person who she made the mistake of saying she was stalking. So, which by the way, I can see why she's inspired by her, but she should say, this is something that I did and I saw on Instagram, and this is the person who came up with this look. I'm recreating this on myself for you guys, and I don't think that would be a problem. But she is taking credit for someone who she claims she's stalking on Instagram, and I mean, completely copying verbatim this person's makeup work. She's probably a makeup artist, this person. She's very good at what she's doing. If I do anything that I see her do, I'll tell you. I will not tell you I came up with that. And that's the problem that I have with this YouTuber, and I think that YouTube should have rules and regulations against that stuff. And I think this person who she's stalking and copying should have a humongous complaint against her for that, because it's not this person's original work. It's somebody else's, and she is saying that she's the one who's doing this, and people are, you know, going to her for, oh, she did this. I said, no, she didn't. She copied it. And I was disappointed, because I kind of liked her until she by accident gave herself away. And she also contradicts herself so much, and there were certain things that she should know if she's really good at makeup that I saw she had a problem with, and the way she applies it is very mechanical. So it almost like set off alarms, and then she finally, by mistake, I don't even think she knows she made that mistake, confirmed it. And I went to look at the person whose name she mentioned, and sure as heck, every single makeup look that this person has done is a complete and total replica, verbatim of somebody else's work, and she's taking the credit for it. So I guess be careful who you're so very inspired by, and make sure that what you're so inspired by is really something that comes from them and not something they're copying from somebody else. See, now that I know that she made that mistake and the slip of the tongue, I'm not going to watch any of her videos. I already know that she's copying somebody else. I can do that too. But if I do it, I'll say I did it. Anyways, until next time, friends. Bye-bye.